saving Kuwait. The history of American use of its military forces. There are some standout examples of how America considers its military might be a force for good and justice, and the use of military for a just cause can be beautifully illustrated in the way America came to the aid of an ally in the Gulf War of 1991. This war goes under a lot of names, including Operation Desert Storm and the liberation of Kuwait. But whatever title, it was a battle America needed to enter into because of an unjust invasion of an ally and an act of aggression we could not just stand by and let happen. The United States and the civilized nations of the world had put up with a lot of barbaric behavior from Saddam Hussein, the dictator in Iraq, for a long time. There were efforts to negotiate and resolve the crisis by peaceful means. But Saddam Hussein defied the world and continued his plan to absorb Kuwait and then possibly take the attack to the next stage into Saudi Arabia. The Gulf War was also an important statement to the world that America's allies are important to us and we will defend them if it comes to that. We proved that in World War II, Korea, Vietnam and here in the Middle East. When a country becomes a friend of the United States, its enemies become our enemies. On January 17, 1991, the assault began with a massive air attack that stunned the Iraqis in the world. The ferocity of the bombings and the firestorm that defying the West brought down on the Iraqi military virtually doomed them to ever mount an efficient force to fight back against this overwhelming military response to their aggression. Following the terror attack came one of the most brilliant ground campaigns in modern warfare. Using modern technology, America faced Iraq's impressive army on their home turf and soundly defeated them. The Iraqi strategy was to keep the massive desert behind them because they felt no enemy could ever navigate that desert and find their rear flank. To defeat an enemy in less than 90 days was an accomplishment the world never thought possible, but demonstrated to the world that America was able to defend its allies and stop the ruthless dictator. Since that war there has been discussions about whether President Bush should have used the advantage we gained by defeating Saddam's armies to capture Iraq as well. President Bush showed great wisdom by sticking to the declared mission and returning Kuwait to Kuwaiti control. Age shows that President Bush in 1991 was showing wisdom in his leadership, which resulted in Operation Desert Storm turning out to be one of the most successful military campaigns in United States history.